On behalf of the Society, I'd like to call on Deputy John Paul Phelan TD to say a few words in thanks for this evening. So show your appreciation for Deputy John Paul Phelan.
Thank you, Mayor. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Collins 22 Society, I'm delighted that so many people have been here tonight to listen to 5 very, very interesting speakers with very, very different views and perspectives, I suppose, really, of Michael Collins and his impact on Irish society, even down to today. I had the privilege 10 years ago on a cold December night in 2002 to be present in Ballingarry when Bill Martin and others founded the Collins 22 Society. And the purpose of it is to remember the life goals and objectives of Michael Collins. But also, I think tonight, there's, for me at least, a new purpose, and that is to remember the men and the women who were with Michael Collins. And it's not just the ones who were part of the armed struggle, but the people who supported what he and his colleagues and comrades were doing at that very difficult time in the history of our island. I want to particularly thank the 5 guest speakers who came and contributed here tonight. It was very interesting, and Elaine Byrne mentioned it in her comments, that we should do this more often, and I think that's correct. Listening to Lieutenant Larry Scallon from the barracks in Kilkenny today and his presentation here tonight brought home the connections between that struggle and Kilkenny. And we often don't recognise that, you know, so many of our ancestors were involved in that particular time. And it's interesting to note the political connections as well as the military ones. Our mayor is an outstanding representative of the city, and he gave a powerful address in the barracks this morning to mark the anniversary of the handover. And he spoke, I suppose, about the challenges that Ireland faces now in the context of what we faced 90 years ago. But I think it's also significant or important that Larry mentioned tonight in his contribution local places and local people. There are many people out here tonight, and I met Pat Cahill from Graignamanagh and Andy Cottrell from Ministig, who have papers and documents for their fathers who were in the barracks 90 years ago when the Free State Army took it over. And there are many others here, I'm sure, that I haven't met, and many other local connections, which we don't often appreciate. And Elaine Byrne mentioned it, that, you know, we're almost afraid to speak about it. And it came home, my own family, my uncle was restoring his house, and a revolver was found in the chimney. And we always thought that Da Roach, as he was called, was a bit mad, but he must have been involved in something. And we all have those connections. That we do, and the purpose of a night like tonight, I suppose, is really to remember and to re-establish those connections. Members of the families of the officers who took over the barracks were mentioned earlier, and I would like to acknowledge Professor Eamon O'Dwyer, who I think is the last surviving son, if not child, of General George O'Dwyer, who was the officer who took command of James Stephens Barracks on the 7th of February 1922, and he's here with us tonight with his family, as well as members of the Collins family and other families. It is altogether fitting that we would remember those people, our friends and neighbours and relatives who fought in that struggle. And I want to thank each and every one of you for your attendance here tonight, and to say that the Collins 22 Society, Bill is the man in charge. There are several people here who were involved. If any of you want to become involved in similar meetings like this, there have been other ones in Kilkenny in the past with different speakers, with different perspectives. You're more than welcome to join, and I hope that you enjoyed tonight. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much to John Paul, and thank you to all our speakers. It's been a wonderful night. It's been a great pleasure. Today is Independence Day in Kilkenny. Today is a day when we're proud to say the tricolour rose above the city for the first time 90 years ago on this day. And we hope that in remembering, we also draw inspiration for the future. So thank you, each and every one of you. Safe home. God bless.